Hi friends, I'm writing this video in late October before the US presidential election, and I don't know what's gonna happen yet, but I do know that however it shakes out, we're gonna need each other, and I know that we're going to have a lot of work to do. Stay with me, this is not actually going to be a video about the election because I know you don't want to think about it, and neither do I. But before I started talking about overconsumption and civic imagination on this channel, I think electoralism was like my entire deal. Whereas now I see voting as one of our tools for shaping the world, but not necessarily like an all-powerful, almost magic spell the way I thought of it before. And I think that's because in the chaos of the last 8 years, we know it's not enough, right? Even if you elect the people you meant to elect, there are needs that aren't met. There are problems that aren't solved. We need each other and we have a lot of work to do. And as we find out soon just what the shape of that work is, I hope you will keep in mind an image that I think of near daily. It's a panel from G. Willow Wilson's Miss Marvel comics from 2015. Hell, I'm not even a comics guy, I just saw it on Tumblr once and just kind of tucked it away forever. But if you've seen it, say it with me. It reads, "Good is not a thing you are, it is a thing you do." In moments like this, all of us want to be good. We want to align ourselves with justice. We want to feel like we are part of a solution. We see this chaos, this muck, this vile stew of hate and violence, and we want to understand ourselves as separate from that. We want to be heroic or peaceful or clean, but doing good, that's much more difficult. Because what if you vote and you call and you march and you scroll and you post and you vote and you call and you march and your elected officials still send bombs and weapons, still make threats and sow fear? What do you literally do with your body? What is the good that you are supposed to be doing? In 2017 and again in 2020, I noticed one action that people seem to consistently turn to when they wanted to do good, and it's that they went shopping. And this is a glass house because behind me there is a copy of Sister Outsider that I purchased from a Black-owned bookstore in the summer of 2020 and still haven't finished reading, but I know you know what I'm talking about. It's the social justice book subscription boxes, it's the nasty women t-shirts, it's the safety pins and the hot pink yarn and crochet hooks, it's resistance merch from a large national nonprofit or a yard sign that reads, "In this house we." And listen, you're allowed to buy whatever the fuck you want, but just sit with me and notice for a moment where that want comes from. You saw a problem and you wanted to do something. And if you're like me, for your entire life, you've been promised that any problem has a solution you can buy. If you want to make a nice meal, you can buy some nice pots and pans. If you want to feel pretty, you can buy a new lipstick. If you want to be included, you can buy a t-shirt with the same logo on it as the other kids' t-shirts. If you need a ride to the airport, you can buy a ride to the airport. And it works. Much of the time, it works. I needed clean clothes and the laundry detergent I bought cleaned them. I needed not to be lonely, and wearing the correct brand of clothes quite literally helped me make friends in middle school. In a world where comfort and connection and care is so hard to find organically, but so cheap to order from an app, why wouldn't I try to buy solutions to all my other problems? Why wouldn't I feel the buzz of panic behind my sternum and slide my cursor straight to the credit card autofill? You, likewise, are not a bad person for trying to solve problems using the only problem-solving method you have ever been taught. But that comic book panel reminds us that you are not a good person for it either. As we live through the anxiety of the coming days and weeks, I want to remind myself, as much as you, that there is no tote bag or yard sign or fridge magnet or satirical children's book that can substitute for real action. Not while there is voting or calling or knocking on doors or marching or checking on your neighbors or volunteering or writing a letter or making a zine or organizing in any other manner outside of a Shopify page. Good is not a thing you buy. It is a thing you do. No purchase will change the reality that we need each other and we have a lot of work to do. So let's get to it. There are a number of resources in the description of this video if you are looking for a place to get started, and I will see you soon. Bye.